people who are single are more likely to be depressed. People who are separated or divorced are also more likely.
We've heard a lot about bipolar.
Yeah.
Can depression lead to that, or is bipolar another level of depression?
Okay, so in the diagnostic statistical manual you use in the DSM or the ICD, depression stands on its own.
Okay.
One. But the other side of depression, when people become too hyper, and we're afraid of mania or hypomania. So in mania, everything is fast for them. So the person is talking excessively or casantentem, like, and he has ideas like, and then, oh yeah, today he wants to do this business, the next time he's doing this business, the next time, sometimes that's what we call grandiose delusion. The panic believe there, sometimes we catch the or powers, or side. Everybody, like, he has money, there is risky behavior, they are driving recklessly, irritability, and they are talking and they can't stop talking. Sometimes one of the cardinal signs that there's something called decreased need for sleep. They can go about 3 days without sleeping because they are talking. They are moving from one party to another, jumping from this place. They are always bouncing new ideas to you. Like, oh, I want to start this. I want to start this. I want to start this. So truth is, if a person can have depression on their own, but a person can have depression, later go through a period of normalcy, and can also trigger to the other side called mania. So when we say bipolar disorder, it is when a person has had either one manic episode to the high, or a manic episode resolved with depression, or a depressive episode that will call back to mania. So bipolar means that he has a period of high and normalcy, period of low. But there are people who just go through the depression and never get to the other side.
And the friend is people who are anxious. Like, I am consistently, honestly, the back can there some of the symptoms of depression.
So, anxiety disorders are very common. Anxiety, people who have anxiety disorders, let me use screen, was more screen as an example. There's something called social anxiety disorder, phobia. There are people who are afraid to sit in front of people and talk. So if you put the person before the screen, onto me them not come about fast. People who are consistently having anxiety disorders or panic disorders are more likely to be depressed because of what they go through. No? Because and the end shifting causes of depression. What brings about depression? Like risk factors. We don't have one cause for depression. Yeah, biopsychosocial. That means your makeup can play a role. The way it's your family history, genetics. Families that people have had depression, they are at a higher risk that the next generation will have depression. It is not that you inherit it, but that's what research has shown there. If a bush maybe no be depressed or maybe depressed, that you are at a higher risk of getting depression. Depression affects
the bloodline,
like twice females than males. If you take every depression, let's say, a male to women are more likely to get depression. One of the reasons the women are more likely to accept their symptoms than men. So women are more likely to report. So that is why sometimes the cases of depression in women. Men, even if they are dying, they'll tell you that they're mentioned. So you have to keep it inside. The other cause is when you are a child, like it's a life event. Children who lose a parent when they are very young.
Trauma.
Yes, like people who lose, and sexual abuse. Mofra or abuse on both male and female. They end up like loss of a loved one. It's part. The other thing is marital status. Research has shown that women, they are in a good marriage, are less likely to be depressed. People who are single are more likely to be depressed. People who are separated or divorced are also more likely to be depressed. There was a study by some people called Brown and Harris. Now, a single woman who has at least 3 children who are under 11 and doesn't have a husband has a higher chance of getting depressed.
Wow.
Yes. Also, what psychologically we call psychological stresses. We call what we call the social stress. I mean, the pressures in the world, like school fees, like money. like money, like family pressure, like work pressure, sometimes not meeting targets, sometimes all these things
Okay.
puts pressure on you, and sometimes because you're not meeting targets, you're not even happy about life. So the stresses combined with other things, let's say work is not going well, you are battling through a divorce case, you had an issue house, you were a child, somebody abused you. It gets to a point that all of these things come together. They push you to a place where you yourself, if the willpower is not there. One psychologist, Albert Ellis, says that life is like ABC. He says A is the event. Event is things that happen to you, autumn. C is the consequence, and the consequence is the beliefs. The B is the belief. So let's say we all go and audition for music. In my voice, no, I said that, but I still sing. It's a bit, need to go audition for harmonious choral. And I was young too solo. Ooh, yeah, two man too. They didn't take both of us for the audition. If I believe that my voice is not good, I can never be a musician. I am the worst singer. I have a horrible voice.
It won't have any impact on me.
And I have a horrible voice, and I can never be a good musician. My belief system can push me to a place of depression because I am looking down on myself. I'm creating a low self-esteem. However, Joan can say that if harmonious choral won't pick us, she will go and start her own gospel track.
Yep.
And she will start singing. She can do bathroom ministry and sing. So sometimes our beliefs, even about ourselves, about our future, about the world, can push you. Somebody tells you that you are not handsome, or let's say somebody breaks up with you. It is your belief about yourself, about your future, and about the world.
And see, a bit tying with the willpower.
Yes.
Yeah, willpower is your belief in yourself.
Yes.
All right.
So if people who have a stronger willpower, and most of the time I tell them that your beliefs come from your associations, your socialization. I realize that kids that grew up and they were abused and they don't have self-confidence, they are more likely to accept what people say about them, and is likely to push them to a place of depression. So that is why you shouldn't let anybody's opinion about you. If we are going to overcome depression, we shouldn't let anybody's opinion about you matter.